In a humble village, a clever but poor young man named Kweku Ananse grows tired of watching powerful chiefs and wealthy elders control everyone's lives. Though physically weak and often underestimated, he believes intelligence is stronger than strength. His endless curiosity and habit of solving impossible problems make some villagers admire him while others see him as dangerous. After witnessing a cruel injustice that no one dares challenge, Ananse decides he will never live as an ordinary man. He makes a bold promise to himself: one day the entire world will know his name. Ananse discovers that words can become stronger weapons than fists. When two greedy merchants compete over the same fortune, he secretly manipulates both into exposing their dishonesty before the village. The innocent receive justice, and Ananse earns praise instead of punishment. He realizes that cleverness can change people's lives. But the success also awakens pride within him. He begins believing there is no mind greater than his own. An elderly traveler visits the village and recognizes Ananse's extraordinary intelligence. Before leaving, the old man warns him that wisdom without humility eventually destroys itself. He gives Ananse a mysterious charm said to reveal hidden opportunities but cautions that every gift demands responsibility. Ananse accepts the charm but ignores the warning, convinced that consequences only happen to foolish people. As Ananse's reputation spreads, chiefs seek his advice and traders pay for his clever solutions. Wealth and influence begin changing him. He starts creating tricks not to help others but to increase his own status. Friends notice he enjoys winning more than doing what is right. Each successful scheme feeds his growing ambition, and he becomes convinced that even the spirits can be outsmarted. News reaches Ananse that all true wisdom belongs to Nyame, the sky god, who keeps every great story and lesson beyond human reach. Determined to become greater than every chief and elder, Ananse announces that he will claim the world's wisdom for himself. Many laugh at him, but others fear he may actually succeed. Ananse meets Nyame, who refuses to surrender wisdom freely. Instead, the sky god presents several nearly impossible challenges involving dangerous creatures and difficult choices that require patience rather than deception. Through remarkable creativity, Ananse completes each task. Nyame honors the agreement but quietly wonders whether Ananse has learned wisdom, or merely proven his cleverness. Nyame entrusts Ananse with a magical pot containing all the wisdom collected since the beginning of time. Rather than sharing it with humanity, Ananse decides to keep it for himself so no one can equal him. His obsession grows stronger as he hides the pot from everyone, believing absolute knowledge belongs only to him. While climbing a tall tree to hide the pot forever, Ananse struggles because he stubbornly carries it in front of him. His young son calmly suggests tying the pot behind his back instead. The simple advice shocks Ananse. Even with all the wisdom in the world, he had overlooked an obvious solution that a child immediately recognized. For the first time, his pride begins to crack. Realizing that no single person can possess all wisdom, Ananse accidentally drops the pot. It shatters, scattering wisdom across the world so every person receives only a small piece of it. Nyame reveals that this outcome was always possible because wisdom grows only when it is shared. Ananse understands that cleverness without humility can never become true wisdom. Although Ananse loses the chance to own all wisdom, he earns something greater. Nyame appoints him as the keeper and spreader of stories so future generations can learn through his victories, mistakes, and clever adventures. Ananse accepts that his greatest legacy will not be being the smartest person alive but teaching others through tales filled with humor, intelligence, consequences, and moral lessons. His selfish ambition transforms into a lifelong mission to pass wisdom from one generation to the next. Those he deceived earlier lose trust in him until he earns forgiveness through honest service. The people he helped remember both his brilliance and his flaws. His pride costs him absolute power, but his humility earns lasting respect. From that day forward, every Ananse story reminds listeners that intelligence without integrity leads to failure. while wisdom shared with others becomes a gift that never ends.